I'm like, nobody knows what happened to me like he knew what happened to me. So briefly, I was sliding a couch across the stage at work. We do setups and stuff like that at the Olympic, and like literally I was just sliding it, and then all of a sudden my back, like I got a sharp shooting pain down my leg and I couldn't move. And I was on the stage and I was there by myself. Then I was like, maybe I just need to stretch it out. And then all of a sudden I was like bending to the ground, and then I couldn't move from there. So I like rolled myself. I just laid there. During that first week, I was actually hosting a carnival at the kids' school. And that was the main thing that was in my head. Like, I can't walk right now, but I'm hosting this huge carnival at Garfield Elementary. And I remember I was just like having to reach out to everybody, all of my volunteers, because there was a spot, especially those first 2 days, that I could barely walk. I just assumed I was going to get better. I mean, I think most people do. And then I think it was 2 weeks that I wasn't getting better. So then, that's when I went to my primary care. Hiring a lawyer is kind of scary. And I just really believed in the process for workman's comp. Like, why wouldn't it work? Why are they all of a sudden denying coverage? Like, I just really couldn't wrap my head around it. And when it came to the spot where they were like refusing treatment, I still just didn't really understand. So a couple months went by, and then my husband was like, you really need to hire a lawyer. So then that's when I did the Google search and found RSH Legal online, and they had great reviews. I read and read and read, and there wasn't a bad review on there. And so then that's when I reached out. And then the people that contacted me were super friendly and just tried to like reassure me that the process would be simple and easy, and got some contact information and filled out some forms. And I'm 100% glad that I did. I wasn't really concerned about the fees because there was nothing really up front. It was like once everything gets settled, then that would just be taken out. But my main thing was being able to get treatment again. Then once I talked to my lawyer, then he was like, no, I believe that you can start getting treatment again through your insurance. And that was huge for me because I went 4 or 5 months with no treatment, and that's all I wanted was treatment again. So at that time, that was a no-brainer for me. I mean, I felt like I was getting worse when I wasn't getting treatment. And then I didn't have to go through workman's comp insurance for my treatment. I could go through my own personal. When I got to go through my own personal insurance, I could see the doctors that I really felt were going to benefit me again. It felt amazing to be able to see my own doctors again, the ones that actually I felt like cared about me and cared about my own personal health. I would say the communication was top-notch. Dylan and Ashley were great to work with. If I had a question, they would always answer it in a timely manner. Phone call, if I needed to reach them, they would always answer. And they're just really nice people. Sometimes there's a stigma, right, around lawyers, but no, these guys were great to work with. They're just like any other person. I felt like my case was important to them and my questions were important to them. And, I wasn't just another person that maybe needed help. I actually mattered. The mediation process, it was good. And then Dylan was really great because he filled me in on everything. And out of everybody I've known, I had told him my case, he had studied my case, he read it back to me, and I was like, this is exactly how I would have said it. I'm like, nobody knows what happened to me like he knew what happened to me. I was really impressed just how much he knew just based off of our conversations. I was just really impressed that he really took the time to actually study my files and know exactly every single detail. The resolution is that I don't have to deal with workman's comp anymore. I would never, ever wish workman's comp on anybody and just the process I've gone through. And so just talking with you guys, if I can just help one person not have to go through that, that is my goal out of this. I wish I would have been informed about how the workman's comp insurance worked, that you have to go to their doctors. I wish I would have advocated for myself sooner instead of just being so generous and be like, no, they're actually going to treat me. Being patient, I like to believe in the good in people, and I actually wish I probably would have reached out to RSH Legal sooner than waiting for those 4 or 5 months to get treatment. I would absolutely tell them if they were going through what I went through to contact RSH Legal and get the help that they need. just down to earth people. And yeah, I would 100% recommend them.